Well, I'm kind of interested in I'm interested in Russia because I'm an actor. Actors have a great debt of thanks to Stanislavski, the Stanislavski method of acting, and
Right.
I went to school with Sanford Meisner, one of the teachers who taught that a part of that method, and there was Strasberg and those fellows, but. But so I have a great love for Russia, and I've been aware of what happened to the Russian people under communism, and it was quite horrible what happened to them.
Right.
And so I've been a bit of a student of that prior to being offered this role. But then I went to school on the history once again, and there was a dissident named Yuri Bezmenov, and you can look him up. They have a lot of information on him. There are YouTubes on him and stuff. And he was a fellow who was a spy, who came to understand that he didn't agree with anything with the Soviets, and he finally wound up in America, and he tried to warn us about what they had done and what they are doing in our country. And this was during the time of Reagan, actually, that he was speaking out, and then he passed away. But anyway, I learned a lot about what they were doing in the United States, and I see today some of the results of that, and it's quite disturbing. So anyway, I was interested in that aspect of it. Well, you're asking an actor to talk about his film, and then you're asking a very serious question, which is a good question to ask. What is peace? Is peace to tolerate evil? No, that's not peace. But peace is a very high mountain to climb and a very needed one. We should be aspiring to peace. Now, the people who spoke first about peace among men were the ancient prophets, the Hebrew prophets of Israel. It's in the Bible that there would be a time of peace. Unthinkable, and unthinkable today when you say there's going to be a time of peace. But in order to gain that, it would seem to me that we have to recognize evil for what it is and try to eliminate it in our societies.
Would you talk about collaboration with working with director Sean McNamara, someone who's actually holds a very dear film with family and actually aspiration? Talk about working with collaboration with Sean McNamara.
Well, Sean McNamara, if you've ever seen him, he's a great big guy. He looks like a great big child in many ways, and he's got wild hair and a beard, and he's the most positive person you can possibly imagine. And every time he gets the take, let's beautiful, wonderful, let's go again, wonderful, let's go again. You see, and then he'd finally say, genius, and then he'd move on. He's very positive, and he's very knowledgeable. He's done every kind of film there can be. He's worked with every kind of situation, an artist, and he's never surprised by anything, but he's always, always, always positive. And we couldn't have had a better person for this particular film because it was a difficult shoot because of having overcome the time of being shot in the time of COVID, and then having to postpone everything during the strike. So we had difficulty after difficulty, and his enthusiasm never flagged, never. And right up to the last couple of hours when he's still finishing up the film.